All right, Bromance Wargaming. Chris and I are going to do a quick match to test out our armies. I'm testing one of mine. He's testing his for the tournament coming up with the comp. Mine comp's at 8.1. His comp's at 9.4?
9.4, yep.
9.4. All right, Chris, go ahead and give me a rundown of deployment real quick.
All right, look over here on the left. This is extra table space. That is not playable table. The man-eaters are right here on the table edge. Man-eater scouted right there with the banner of discipline. They are going to try to get into his level 1 mage over here. See what they'll do over there. We got 2 saber tusks here just on the outside. We rolled dawn attack, by the way, which is why things are a little scattered. So my middle area here is my dawn attack. I rolled no one here on the right flank. Stonehorn with a hunter on top. He's got a harpoon launcher. Hoping to run him into some things and destroy them. This is the ghost fence I'm hiding behind here with my Death Star of 12. 10 ogres with the BSB and the level 4 Slaughtermaster. 4 Mournfang with the dragon hide over here, which is really frustrating. I rolled 3 ones on 3 very important units. The cannon, the lead belchers with the level 1 fire belly with the dispel scroll there. We are playing open list. I didn't reveal a secret. This is 8 iron guts with the war banner. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to come back from rolling a whole bunch of ones and putting a lot of my heavy forces here on the left flank. I'm going to have to kind of play reactionary right there, but that's me.
Over to me, starting with the left. I got a level 1 with the Seer Staff, Death, and I chose Purple Sun because what else would you choose? Hopefully he won't get a charge in and wreck me. Actually, he can't because if a scout gets deployed in first turn, he can't charge, so I'm lucky there. I got 17 Swordmasters with the Razor Standard and Potion of Strength. I got 18 White Lions. Yes, those are dwarves. My White Lions being painted and haven't finished being built yet, so I'm proxying dwarves so I can get the numbers in the table. Full command, they have the Terrifying Mask of E, and they also have something else that's probably not really relevant. Then over Banner of Swiftness, that's what they have, I believe. I guess that is relevant. 10 Spear Elves with Musician Standard, that's it. 10 Archers, Eagle, 22 Phoenix Guard, and yes, those are Sea Guard, not Phoenix Guard, but again, need the models. They have the Banner of Sorcery. Here I got my Bunker, 30 Archers with the Banner of Eternal Flame. I got my level 4, Gandalf is my level 4 of Life. And with Life, I got Dwellers, Throne of Vines, Flesh to Stone, and Earthblood. I chose Earthblood. I think that's a good choice. Over here, I got my BSB. He's got the Lore Master's Cloak, which is 2+ versus anything magic spell-wise that allows saves. 6 Dragon Princes. They have the Banner of Illyrian, so no dangerous terrain tests. And they also have Skiing Sliver, which allowed me to add a +1 to go first, which ended up not mattering. And then I got 10 more Spear Elves with Musician and Standard, 10 Spear Elves straight up, and then my Lion Chariot. So hopefully I have enough left after first turn to do some major damage.
Pre-game Bromance Handshake. Good game.
Good game. All right, end of turn 1. Tell me what happened, starting on the flank.
Okay, just moved a bunch of stuff up, guys. I did take the harpoon launcher and shoot off his level 1 mage who had Purple Sun.
Yeah.
I didn't want to deal with that at all. I did D3 wounds that equaled 2 wounds and killed him. They passed their panic test because they're good guys. The spells I got off, I bubbled Troll Guts on this zone right here.
Yes.
You see that I moved them up, moved him to the backfield here, moved this fellow up there. I shot off a few elves right here, made them test, and they succeeded. I shot the Lion Chariot with my good old faithful cannon and failed to wound because of a 1.
Yay!
And guys, that was the top of turn 1. We are going to High Elf turn 1 right now.
All right, end of High Elves turn 1. I charged with my Swordmasters and got double 1s, so failed that. Moved my White Lions up. I'm not really looking forward to that charge. I think I won't kill them. I'll probably lose and they'll get destroyed, but I'm pretty sure I'll at least do enough wounds to make him weep, which is really all that I need to do. Over here, you can see his unit is severely depleted. I got 11 dice plus 1 for the Banner of Sorcery to his 5 Dispel dice, 6 Dispel dice, and because my Book of Hoeth, I 6 diced Throne of Vines. Of course I miscast, but luckily Throne of Vines resolves first. So we took that to mean that I could still use the ability of it after, because it resolved, and then I... Yeah, anyways. So on a 2-up for the miscast, totally ignored it, which is good. Then I went and threw my other... No, it didn't miscast. Sorry, I'm an idiot. It just doubled 4s, and I got the value. So then I chucked 6 dice at Dwellers, got 3 6s, so that went off irresistibly. And I Dwellered that unit. He rolled 6 5+ on the strength test, so to really, really severely deplete that unit, which makes me happy. And that's where I got like a 4 on my 2+ to avoid the miscast. Moved other stuff up, charged his redirector, it fled, so they just kind of shuffled forward. He was gracious enough to let me avoid the 1-inch rule and squeeze those guys through there. And since that guy's still alive, he's going to try to face off against that chariot and hopefully not die. That's pretty much everything. Trying to stop his Mournfang. I plunked a few wounds through, but he saved all of them. Really just need that to stay alive. I popped him out. Until I can Dweller the entire army. That's all that happened. We'll come back with Ogre turn 2. Alright, Ogres top of 2. Chris, let's go through it.
Alright, well the Man-Eaters charged into the what?
Swordmasters.
Swordmasters, and since I only had Swift Stride and Scouting, they did more wounds to me. 1 combat by 4, even though I charged with an Ogre charge, no less. And beat me down to 1 model. The model is running away. Failed charge with the Stonehorn. Move these guys up over the fence. Mournfang charged the Eagle and win that combat. Shot all my cannons at this guy right here, even the big cannon. These guys did 1 wound to him. The cannon only freaking did 1 wound to him. And that's what that looked like. I am in a bad spot because Elves are coming, and that was the...
Did you... Okay, yeah. You did Fireball, but that's right. I threw dice at it.
Yep.
Okay. And you didn't get up your strength buff.
I did not.
Okay. I'm just recapping for my sake.
Okay.
Okay, we'll come back at bottom of 2. Alright, gents. High Elves, top of... Bottom of 2, right? Yes. Swordmasters, charged him. He continued to flee. Tried redirecting in there. Of course, didn't work. We both used our Potion of Strength, me thinking that I would get in there and I would need the extra attacks. Didn't happen. Got in with my White Lions. In combat, I opted to kill the guy on top, so he's going to need to make a monster reaction test. Was that before the pursuit? When does that happen?
I actually don't know.
Let's check into that. It might affect things. Either way, they lost and they fled because they were not stubborn, and they were stubborn on a 7 because of that right there. But, oh well. Nothing really moved here at all. I think I moved them back, the archers, just a little bit, and my mage back a little bit. Moved them up to block that. Did my Dwellers combo again with Throne of Vines, this time not getting anything through. Over here, shuffled them forward a little bit. My chariot charged his cannon, did 1 wound total. He destroyed my chariot. Then my DPs took care of the lead belchers and overran into the cannon. Not really thinking that's the best thing that could have happened, but I should have positioned them better to overrun into there. That's pretty much everything that I can remember that happened on my turn. So we're going to check that rule for the monster reaction and see if we did it right. See you at top of 3. Alright, top of 3. What happened, Chris?
Okay, man, charges took place. The Stonehorn, we actually made the monster test in retrospect. I am right next to the charnel pit, so I needed a 4 to not go monster crazy, and I got it. So my pursuit of these guys were legitimate. At the top of my turn, I actually charged them. I failed to catch them in the pursuit, so I actually charged them and caught them this time and destroyed them. They passed their panic test right there. Other charges that took place, Mournfang into the Elves here, destroyed them. The Dragon Princes over here, I won the combat because I got a rear charge off with the Iron Guts.
Yeah, hindsight 2020.
And it was rather hindsightful since it was a rear charge. Got them dead, facing over here, still trying to bring them out of this corner. They have been tied up the entire game. Brought what was supposed to be my Death Star unit forward, and I'm now suffering a -1 penalty because of the placement of the charnel pit. That sucks. And the Man-Eaters are about to give him a whopping less than 400 points. About to run off the table right over there, trying to rally him on 1s. And that was the top of 3, rather bloody. I'm about to make it into his backyard, see if I can't do anything about it.
Alright, we'll get back. Alright, gents, bottom of 3, my Swordmasters got a lucky flank charge off against them. I could barely see the corner of the model, so I got the flank charge off. Only did a couple wounds, but I did enough wounds with the charge and the flank to beat him by 1. So he fled because of the -1. I charged my Phoenix Guard into his Mournfang, and my plan was to get Flesh to Stone off, which worked, so toughness 7 Elves. He did a wound against me. I beat him by 2, 5 rerollable. Of course, he made it. So that kind of stinks, but I'm still toughness 7 next turn too. So as long as I win again, I again will force him to make that test. Move these guys. I had enough movement to move my wizard back into that unit and move these guys into the building. Just really need to hold on to all those points and my wizard, who still has throne on him. Move these guys back, expecting some bad stuff to happen over there because my dragon princes got wrecked. And also Dweller, that unit only got 2 models away, and he passed his leadership test to hold. Plucked some wounds off of them, got a model away, but that's pretty much where we're at. Alright, we'll see you top of 4. Alright, end top of 4. What happened, Chris?
Okay, some charges that took place. I charged the Iron Guts into the Elves. They failed charge. I didn't expect them to make it, but why not try? I only needed a 9. Charged my general out of this unit into their, what was their flank, and because they were facing the Mournfang, with a toughness 7, which was a big deal for me to overcome. Needed 6s pretty much to wound on everything. Hoping the charge flank would add some bonuses to combat. He actually got 2 wounds off, so when it boiled down, his ranks gave him a +1 to the combat res, so I am still by the charnel pit, which is a -1 to leadership, unfortunately. So I needed 6 rerollables to stay. The general stayed. The Mournfang fled, so I lost the Dragonhide banner, and there they go. They reformed there. I think they are hoping to kill the general. That would be hopeful, because otherwise they're going to get that flank.
Yes.
But the cannon actually misfired, and so the Rhinox launched and pointed him that way. And then, of course, the Stonehorn is still escaping over there, but now he can roll a leadership 5 with any luck. And he got the points for the Man-Eaters. That guy ran off the board. So lots of poor rolling on behalf of the Ogres. Still trying to backpedal a little bit here. We'll see what happens bottom of 4.
Right. Alright, bottom of 4. What happened was I had reformed them at the end of his turn. I didn't kill, but because of static combat res and he didn't do any wounds, I ran him down. And I don't know if that was good or not. I should have maybe just let him run. Because now I'm looking at a flank charge there, which will give him a flank and a charge and destroy me because I pursued, because I bounce away from it. I don't bounce past it. Although I'm wondering, impassable, when you flee, don't you bounce out of it?
You want to have this conversation on film?
No, I don't. We'll think about that. I'm probably wrong. Anyways, other stuff. Shoot some guys there. They took a panic and passed. Moved them back. Ran this off the board. And they're still fleeing. So that's where we're at. Alright, let's go. What you got? What you got,
man,
Chris?
this is top of 5. Trying to come back for some bad dice rolls. I feel like my decisions are okay. I think the Dawn Attack deployment has put me on my heels. I'm not blaming that, but my decisions have not outweighed what I thought to be very bad deployment. So these Ogres, without a general, a champ, a standard bearer, and a BSB charge the flank of those guys. One combat, but they were steadfast on ranks, so they spun around, dealt with me. They're still beefed up with high toughness, so I'm just wounding on 6s. I did rally these guys. They're turning around to decide what they're going to do. Good old cannon shot off at the Elves, and it landed in the dirt about 2 inches in front of them. Iron Guts had a really cool charge on an 8 into the building, killed like half of those guys, and they're of course steadfast in the building, so I bounced off, eagerly awaiting that butt charge from some Spear Elves, who I'm sure are not lubed. And here we are entering the bottom of 5, and I'm hoping I can pull this around. I got a lot of points on the table, but so does he.
It's true.
Must be Spearman.
Alright, moved the Swordmasters up, didn't do anything with them. Charged in the rear and the flank of that unit, got in with the rear, didn't get in. I needed a 4. Didn't get in with the flank. That really could have helped me, but as it was, I lost by 1. Of course, I stayed because my BSB is right there. But then he reformed, and that's that. he's got them ready. His cannon's available. Over here, even though I won combat and he had a 6 rerollable, of course, because we're making it all night, he got it. So that's that. So hopefully, I only got a +2 flesh to stone because in my magic phase, I only got 4 dice, and I figured that was my best bet. So that's where we're at. We'll see you at the end of top of 6. All right, real quick, what happened?
Okay, that was top of 6.
Yes.
I rear charged these guys over here, beat them in combat, but they stuck around. These guys rear charged me, rubbed it in their faces, and killed them. Shot these guys with the cannon, got one off, made them make a test. They lasted, charged these guys into the building, killed a bunch more elves, and bounced off because of steadfastness. These guys finally killed my champion, and my BSB fled because of, again, the charnel pit. If it had not been there, I would have lasted. And that's what went down. Now we're about to do the bottom of 6, and if he's lucky, he can get those Mornfang.
Well, no.
All right, end of game. I charged my Phoenix Guard into his Mornfang. He fled wisely. I redirected into his other unit. He fled wisely. After that, I Dwellers that unit, got rid of 2 models, and then I shot the crap out of it. And as you can tell, he is 3 wounds away from losing that entire unit. Dispatched that other thing, and then otherwise that was pretty much it as far as what happened. End of the game, I was 13 points away from around 13-ish.
Yeah.
10 to 20 points away from a massacre. But as it was just a standard defeat. But, Chris, good game.
Yeah.
That -1 leadership absolutely wrecked you.
Fighting in this area right here, I think we were relegated to it. There was really, once you get a charge off, there was really no getting out of there. I was really frustrated that all of my heavy hitters, and by all I mean most, were over here and just couldn't join the fight until later. Everybody was breaking ranks because of my -1 to leadership. I took a risk charging my general out to see if he could break this unit by combat, just by having the flank charge and general being, in general, no pun intended, pretty BA. But you chased him down and killed him, man. That's where, when he ran away and was dead, I just knew the game was kind of over. I was hopeful, though, because being hopeful means the game is still fun. Good job on everything that you did. I think there was good decisions versus good decisions, and
I think so.
again, deployment and dice in many ways. I think
Yes, it definitely hurt and saved both of us. I would agree with that. I think
overall a good game.
I think it was. I think it was close. It did come down to the general. I think it was a smart move into my flank, just because
It was a desperate move. Is what
at that point, otherwise your Mornfang still would have lost, and I would have just overran and hopefully gotten toughness 7 again. So it turns out the Flesh to Stone really saved me more than Dwellers, although Dwellers definitely took down his units enough to make them more manageable. And then over here, well, like Chris said, we had good and we had bad on both sides. The White Lions fleeing was bad, but it's okay because the Swordmasters made up for it. And that's that. So any thoughts or comments, go ahead and post, and we'll see you guys later.